I'm a lonely Goomba, stuck between two pipes. Well, guess I'll keep on gaming for the rest of my life.
Can you believe Mario Kart's been going on for 30 years? Mate, that makes me feel old. Not only that, but it's like 14 games. There's more Mario Kart games than there are reasons to live, which last time I checked was about 2. But have you ever wondered which Mario Kart is considered the best? Mario Kart Wii maybe? That was pretty sweet and it added a lot of new stuff to the series. Or maybe the fan favourite Double Dash. Heck, Snake King Kart DS was pretty good too. But no, according to Metacritic, the highest rated Mario Kart game ever is Super Circuit. These critics must be on crack. No one likes Super Circuit. Or do they? I never see anyone talk about this game, but perhaps it's criminally overlooked. Just like my YouTube channel. Well, let's play and see what all the fuss is about. Well, that's a pretty hype title screen. If that doesn't get you in the mood for karting, I don't know what will. The game itself, and well, it's Mario Kart. You got 50cc, 100cc, 150cc, and well, this game doesn't have mirror mode, but still, no one plays mirror mode more than once anyway. The roster is pretty lacking too, really, but hey, at least we have the legend himself, the mustachioed hero we all know and love, Wario. Now, I'm not gonna lie, the game makes a pretty bad first impression. With the controls are so slidey, you're going all over the place, you can barely keep on the road. I mean, I enjoy drink driving as much as the next guy, but this is ridiculous. Every turn feels like a fight for your life. But stick with it, and it starts to click. And when it clicks, it feels real good. Just like drink driving. So, my first bit of advice for getting good is, don't play as Wario. I'm sorry Wario, but you control like ass. My second piece of advice is, don't worry about drifting. I mean, this was back in the day when corner boosting wasn't really a thing in Mario Kart. I mean, 64 kinda had it, but you know, come on now, that's not really it, is it? And this game, well, you basically have to do a 180 turn to even trigger it. How often you doing a 180 in Mario Kart? I'm supposed to be driving forward, not doing illegal U-turns. You'll be better off just ignoring it for now and trying to stay on the road. Talking about roads, let's take a little look at the courses, shall we? Obviously, you get that flat-looking Mode 7 racing game style all these games used. And that in itself is horribly dated, but it looks pretty good on the GBA. Great even. Just, don't play it on a big screen or something like that. Suddenly, everything looks like a garbled mess of pixels. But given the limitations of the GBA, these courses look legit. The themes are unlike anything you've seen in Mario Kart up to this point. I mean, Super Mario Kart and 64 were great games, but they did play it a bit safe really. You had roads, beaches, jungles, ghost houses, castles. It was what you'd expect. This game comes along and slaps you across the face with a block of cheese. Oh, literally, you got a racetrack on a planet made entirely of cheese. Wallace is probably jizzing his pants right now. Then you got a track up in the clouds. You even got a track made of ribbons surrounded by giant presents. And then you've got road, beaches, jungles, ghost houses and castles. But that's not the point. The point is, they made an effort to spice things up here. Even the standard tracks do things that make them more unique. The jungle has an active volcano in the background that shoots lava balls onto the track. The desert has some Native American Shy Guys who steal all your money and... okay, that's probably offensive. And Luigi now owns an airstrip for some reason. I guess he wasn't happy with his hot air balloon and upgraded to a blimp. Living the dream. And to top it off, you got one of the most fun rainbow roads in the entire series. Not only does it look nice, with a little Paper Mario reference in the background, the track is awesome too. See, instead of just falling off the track, someone had the genius idea to make the borders bouncy, allowing you to skip corners and do all sorts of crazy shit. And then you have world records skipping off a bleeding course out. I mean, it's great. It's not perfect though. Like, what are these stars about? They fall down from the sky and hit you. What backwards ass Mario logic is that? Everyone knows stars are good. That's like Mario 101. And to top it off, there's evil clouds on the track trying to kill you. Bleeding heck, will they ever leave me alone? So, the tracks are great, but what else is new? Well, first for the series, the game introduces a grading system. So, depending on how well you do, determines your grade. You can get the D, or you can get the A. Heck, it goes all the way up to 3 stars for you tryhards out there. But this isn't like your modern baby Mario Kart game which practically hands out triple stars like free candy. This shit is hardcore. Getting a triple star rank in this game is seriously one of the hardest things to do in any Nintendo game. You have to play like a god. It ain't enough just coming first. You gotta get like 200 coins, you can't bump into any wars, you can't bump into any races, you basically have to be first the entire time. Or go off-road for a split second, you probably ain't getting that triple star. Heck, you'll probably go the entire game without even knowing these exist. It's that difficult. But man, getting one of these is easily the most rewarding feeling I've ever had in a game. I mean, it just feels truly skill-based, like you worked for this. Enjoy it. Heck, you can't even blame the blue shells for messing you up this time, since you can actually outrun it in this game. I know, right? But if you just drive perfectly at max speed, eventually the blue shell will give up and call it a day. You finally did it. You broke the blue shell's spirit. The blue bastard had it coming. This truly feels like the most skill-based Mario Kart out there. And on 150cc, it gets pretty damn tough. Never mind the grading system, you just need to focus on winning. It's weird really, I can't remember the last time I had to really try to complete a Mario Kart game. I'm usually just going through the motions, you know, the curse of being good at games I guess. But Super Circuit offers an actual challenge, and it's refreshing. But what if I told you that was only half the game? Because for a Mario Kart first, the game introduced retro tracks, and by that I mean the entire SNES game. But this game just says Super Mario Kart hidden away as a secret unlockable. They didn't even make a big deal about it, they just slipped it in there and thought no one would notice. Now think about it, the previous Mario Kart games at this point only had 4 cups, then this game comes along with a whopping 10. It might not seem like a big deal now with Deluxe's 24 cups, but at the time, it was pretty mind-blowing. Problem is, unlocking these cups is a right pain in the ass. Heck, most people don't seem to even know how to unlock them. Do you need to get an A rank? Do you need to win every race? I don't know. Turns out, you need to win the cup and then replay it and get over 100 coins. It sounds easy enough, and it is, but the problem is, it's a right grind. See, if you win the cup and get 100 coins on your first try, it doesn't count. Nope. You gotta play it again and then get 100 coins. Then you'll unlock the secret corresponding retro cup, meaning you need to do this for every cup. But that's not all, cause you need to do this for every individual speed class too, meaning to unlock all the SNES tracks, you need to play every cup 6 times for all 5 cups. That's like 30 cups. It takes ages just to unlock the bleeding things. The SNES tracks themselves, and well, let's just say they really highlight how much better Super Circuit truly is. In comparison, these tracks are kind of lacking. Now, I do love Super Mario Kart, but man, these tracks really don't hold up. See, due to the limitations of the SNES at the time, these tracks are tiny. Like, each lap takes 15 seconds. Man, you really don't realise how small they are till you play them side by side with the Super Circuit tracks. They say size doesn't matter, but these aren't making much of an impression on me. And what's worse is, they reuse the assets from the base game to recreate the tracks, so they don't really look like the originals. Most of the reused themes do work quite well, but Choco Island really got the shaft here. Instead of a delightful land made of chocolate, they just reused the desert theme. Oh, what is this? You expect me to eat sand? Donut Plains is now a jungle too. What part of Plains means jungle to you? That's like the complete opposite of Plains, damn it. And to add insult to injury, a lot of the stage hazards are gone. Without Monty Mouse jumping up at you, it just feels kinda lifeless. And this isn't more apparent than Rainbow Road. Granted, they did go through the trouble to make new assets for this stage, but where are the thumps at? You can't have SNES Rainbow Road without the thumps. What, are they on strike or something? I mean, it doesn't even make sense, since they're already in the game on Bowser's Castle. Just copy and paste them over. I mean, it's just not the same. Still, despite me going off on a tangent about these tracks, they're still great in the sense they offer a completely different experience. You have these little bite-sized tracks which are often way more bendy and fast-paced than the base game, and they really test your skills. Seriously now, combine the more slippery controls of Super Circuit and the bendy track design of Super Mario Kart, and you have an oddly intense experience. It feels weird to actually have to brake in a Mario Kart game. It's tough, so much in fact that getting a triple star rank on these cups is even harder. I went from getting triple stars to fucking D ranks here. Seriously now, if you think you've mastered Mario Kart and want a challenge, try to finish this game 100%. Till then, I'm not really impressed. And that's pretty much Super Circuit. So, is it the best Mario Kart? Short answer, no. Oh, hold on, I'm not done yet. Long answer, no. But it was probably the best Mario Kart at the time. Keep in mind, this released back when there's only 2 other Mario Kart games. It's easily better than Super Mario Kart, and despite being 2D, I think it's a better designed game than 64. It offers way more content, there's a higher skill ceiling, and there's just way more replay value. Seriously, unless you have friends, previous Mario Kart games barely had anything to do once you beat them. But Super Circuit could last you months, maybe even years, and that's just playing solo. It's weird really, isn't it? At the time, this game was considered top level, a masterpiece. This was the future of gaming. Now we have Mario Kart 8 Deluxe with like 500 tracks, hasty visuals, and on a handheld, and it's not even a big deal. Technology moves so fast, it's kinda crazy. But I guess that's just how it is. It goes so fast sometimes, you forget what came before. This game might seem redundant now in a lot of ways, but it still has a charm to it, and I think it still has value. And at the time, it really didn't get any better than this. Yeah, sure, it does make a bad first impression, but stick with it and you'll end up with one of the best Mario Kart experiences out there. Now then, time to spend the next 30 years of my life trying to get those triple stars, which is about how long it takes for me to upload a video anyway, so till then, bye! And the patron of the week is Otis Laputis, or as I like to call him, Otis Licitus.